tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready. The Dukes will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense is maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the James Madison Dukes offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammate...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Chanticleers have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down, now here on second. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Shoots it to the left. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Bulls his way forward. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The option look. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. He's looking to throw it. They get him down after he makes the catch. After the short completion, it's now second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. Wants to throw. It's Vasco. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Western Kentucky is going to walk off the field there in Bowling Green with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The Dukes get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Dukes headed quickly to the line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Dukes are rolling down the field.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Quickly to the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. And the Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Here's the give off the left side. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Fast motion from the offense. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The shot that clears will punt it away on fourth down. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Fair catch called for and made. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Dukes are in the hurry-up.
Second down coming up.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Takes it from the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Penny. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through situation.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Coming after, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
He's back to throw on second down.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Tucker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field. It's Vasco. Throwing right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The give to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Motion from the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
2nd down coming up. From the gun, running back on the move.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. The Dukes get it past the sticks. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
James Madison, 0.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The shot that clears will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. He's going to pass. Finds his big tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Getting some heat. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Coastal!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
And the shot to clear is Will booted away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Dukes line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Running back goes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? To throw, it's Vasco. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Finds his big tight end. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
That makes the score Coastal Carolina 13, James Madison 0.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Complete to start this drive. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now the play fake. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Caught near the sticks. It's Penny. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Barnett. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They go to the draw. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The expressway is wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, shots are clear. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
20, James Madison, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Thompson. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. To the ground with the back. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. The Dukes will hustle to the line. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the counter. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
20. James Madison, 10.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's got it on the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
At the 9-yard line. It's third down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. The Chanticleers will try to pin them back with the punt. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. To the air, it's Barnett. Gets open down the middle.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Dukes in the hurry up.
On the play.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. Second down coming up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. open downfield. Off he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Carolina, 27. James Madison, 13.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On third down, going up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Thompson. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll throw it on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
And the shot that clears come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Dukes moving quickly to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Brings up second down.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The offense in hurry-up mode. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Line gets set. First down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just buried it. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Right back to the well. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Dukes want to crank the tempo.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got him still on his feet. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ross. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Vasco. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The shot that clears will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Dukes want to move quickly. Caught behind the line. It's Ross. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's not afraid to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. With the catch, it's Bennett. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try it over the left side. Shows him the stiff arm. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Takes the handoff. It's Bennett. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.